You can grow taller at any age, but how? The secret is to boost your growth hormone. In this video, I'll talk about 7 tips to help you boost your growth hormone. Before we jump into the actionable tips, it is important to understand how growth hormone actually works in relation to height growth. If you want to go to the tips directly, skip to this timestamp in the video. For those who are still in their pre-puberty or puberty phase, human growth hormone targets your growth plates, resulting in bone growth lengthwise. Now, if you're past puberty and your growth plates have fused, don't worry, there's still a way for you to potentially grow taller. The focus now shifts from stimulating cartilage growth to healing microfractures. Microfractures are tiny cracks in the bone matrix. They are not serious stress fractures but small, manageable cracks that occur when you perform high impact activities like sprinting or jumping. The goal here is to engage in these activities to create these microfractures and then rest up, allowing your body to heal. This healing process is aided by HGH, which promotes bone regeneration and growth. HGH not only helps with height but has also been shown to improve bone density, making it beneficial for overall bone health. And if all else fails, boosting your growth hormone will still help you build more muscle mass in the gym, so it's a win-win. Now you need to understand that your daily actions significantly impact how much growth hormone your body actually releases. Understanding this relationship between your habits and human growth hormone production is the key to optimizing its levels in your body. With that understanding, let's move on to the tips. Tip number 1. Prioritize consistent sleeping patterns. Now I know you've heard of the generic advice, and that is to sleep 7 to 8 hours every day. But trust me, there's more to it. The first tip is to sleep at the same time every night, because the majority of HGH is released within the first hour of your sleep, and this is heavily influenced by your circadian rhythm. That means if you go to bed at inconsistent times, you risk missing that vital HGH release window. By maintaining a regular sleep schedule, you ensure that your body gets its daily dose of growth hormone. Prioritize getting deep sleep rather than just sleeping for some certain amount of hours. Tip number 2. Avoid eating before bed. It's also important to avoid eating 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, particularly carbohydrates. When you eat, your body experiences an insulin spike, which inhibits growth hormone release. Consuming foods, especially carbs, right before bed can interfere with the natural release of growth hormone that happens during sleep. Avoiding sugar is equally important because it leads to higher blood glucose levels, which in turn triggers insulin spikes. Instead, opt for complex carbohydrates like whole foods and avoid processed junk foods. Tip number 3. Supplementation. For those who are seeking to optimize their growth hormone levels, supplementing with key amino acids like glutamine, glycine, and lysine can make a significant difference. These amino acids in their biologically active L form can help increase the bioavailability of proteins that are necessary for growth hormone production. There are specific supplements such as tri-amino formulas that combine these amino acids in optimal dosages to further boost your growth hormone levels. For better sleep, consider taking melatonin supplements. They can be useful if you're struggling with sleep issues. However, I do not recommend taking any of these supplements since it takes away the ability of your body to naturally produce melatonin. So make sure you seek professional medical advice before taking any of the above supplements. Keep in mind that consistent deep sleep is critical for maximizing human growth hormone production, so make this as your number one priority if you want to grow taller. Tip number 4. Maintain a low body fat percentage. Aim to stay within 10 to 15% range of body fat. This helps stabilize insulin levels and reduces visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat that surrounds your organs, which can impair HGH release. If you're obese or overweight, you're going to have a lot of estrogen in your body, which can make your growth plates close prematurely. This also reduces your testosterone and affects the production of growth hormone and IGF-1. So make sure you're active and engaged in physical activities and make sure that you're fit. I mentioned IGF-1. It stands for insulin growth factor. This is another hormone that increases your height. I will make a separate guide to maximize this hormone in the future, so stay tuned. Tip number 5. Increase bioavailable amino acids. HGH, collagen and IGF-1 are all built from amino acids. So it's important to ensure that you have a high bioavailability of these raw compounds in your body. This starts with consuming protein-rich foods such as mutton, fish, chicken, and eggs. Additionally, incorporating probiotics like yogurt and curd can help improve your gut health, allowing for better breakdown of proteins into amino acids and improved absorption of these essential nutrients. Tip number 6. Fasting. While not a primary method, fasting triggers the release of ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, which has been linked to HGH production. I personally do intermittent fasting every day and it is a life changer, so try it out for yourself. Tip number 7. Avoid smoking and drinking alcohol. We all know that. But how bad does it actually impair HGH release? Smoking introduces nicotine into your body, which disrupts the normal functioning of your endocrine system. This can inhibit the release of growth hormone from the pituitary gland. Smoking also reduces oxygen levels in your bloodstream. Growth hormone actually requires adequate oxygen to properly stimulate the growth and repair of tissues, including bones and muscles. Smoking has also been linked to the onset of early puberty, which can cause the growth plates to close prematurely, limiting your height potential. Alcohol, especially when consumed in excess, significantly suppresses the secretion of growth hormone. This is particularly detrimental when alcohol is consumed before sleep, which is when most human growth hormone is released. Alcohol impairs protein synthesis and muscle recovery, reducing your body's ability to repair and grow muscle tissue, which relies on growth hormone for regeneration. Alcohol also increases the levels of cortisol hormone, which is called as the stress hormone that works in opposition to growth hormone. Elevated cortisol levels suppresses growth hormone production, limiting its growth and recovery benefits. Both smoking and alcohol consumption can have a negative impact on growth hormone production and can hinder growth, tissue repair, and muscle maintenance. If you're aiming to boost your human growth hormone levels for height growth and your overall health, it is essential to avoid or minimize smoking and drinking alcohol. A bonus tip for those who stuck around till the end, I'm proud of you. Tip number 8. Use deep sleep frequencies or subliminals. Consider using sound frequencies in the 0.5 to 5 Hz range, which mimics delta waves, which is associated with deep sleep. You can also use sounds like bird chirping and nature-like sounds like waterfalls along with these frequencies to help you sleep better. These nature sounds make us feel close to nature and helps us sleep faster. I have been using this hack for some time now and it is a life changer. I literally fall asleep within 5 minutes, so try it out for yourself. Click on this video right now to know how to grow taller using Wolff's Law.